Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Please go ahead and hit the like button. This is actually happening right now. There's many live updates as we speak. So just a brief warning in advance, trigger warning, trigger warning. Also fair use, all of that great stuff. Get that out of the way. Um, Prayers up to Mr. Williams in advance. We are definitely praying for him. We're going to take a look at a few different things and then we're going to get into some live content that's happening right now. This execution is scheduled to be happening literally in less than 30 minutes. There's still time to call, there's still time to tweet. We want to get out as much as possible, so please, please, please like, and share, like and share, like and share. Let me say hello. Let me say hello. Can you guys hear me? Put one in the chat, please. Hey, vacate. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you. Hey, Code. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, yes, sir. How you doing? Yes, free. Marcellus, there's still a little bit of time left. So as we go through the information, open up a side tab, grab another device, and make sure that you guys go ahead and get started and sign up for the petition. You can do it by call, you can do it by tweet. There's many different ways. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Mel. Yes, everybody, please smash the like button for me one time. I appreciate you all for being here. Again, I want to go through a few pieces of information that I have. And then we're going to go directly into some live information that is happening right now as we speak. This execution is scheduled literally in less than 30 minutes. So I want to get out this information quickly. And again, the links to the petitions are in the chat. Go ahead and grab them from there on another device while you listen and go ahead and sign that petition. Thank you guys again so much for being here, and I appreciate you.
The family of the woman he's accused of unaliving has agreed to a life sentence for the inmate instead of the unalivement penalty. But Marcellus Williams is scheduled to be unalived tonight after Missouri Supreme Court and governor refused to grant a stay of execution following a flurry of appeal efforts based on new evidence.
I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen with you all so that we can all take a look together at some things that's happening. And some of the information that I found, I want to give you guys a little bit of information on the case, just in case you are unaware of this story. I'll make sure that you get some information there as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Just give me a moment here. Okay, let's share the screen. Okay, are you guys able to hear that? Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. Please make sure that you guys sign the petition and by call, email, fax, however you can. Just get that information there. Okay. All right. Are you guys able to see my screen? You guys able to see this? Is it moving? Just making sure before I start. Thank you guys for coming in. Hey, Denitra, thank you for being here. Chella. Thank you for stopping by. I just want to make sure that you guys can see what's on my screen before I start going here and that you can hear me good and everything's okay. I just moved it up and down a little bit just to make sure that you guys can know that it's moving. Are you guys able to see that or no? Hold on a second. Let me put a little bit of music in the background for a second and then I'm gonna just make sure that you guys can hear me good and stuff like that before we get started so I don't have to repeat anything. Let's give Michaela a little bit of play. From you guys. No movement. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm just fixing up some stuff here right quick. You can hear me. Everything is good though, right? I don't know why the screen is frozen. Alright, hold on. Let me stop it and start it again. Okay, how we doing now? Are we good? Can you guys see me moving in here? I don't know why my screen is frozen. Can you guys hear me? The position to sign for it is in the description as well. The link should come up to where you can call, you can tweet, you can email. You guys can get that started. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why the screen is frozen. Okay, you guys can hear. That means you guys can hear me. I'll get to what's on my screen in a second here. I'm going to be reading it anyway, so you guys don't have to see it. And then I'll go over the rest of the stuff that's in here. Okay. All right, so let me stop this for a second and then we'll try again to share what's on the screen. But let me just go over some of the information of the case so that you guys have some information about Marcellus Williams. So he is a Missouri inmate on death row since 2021. He is scheduled to be executed today after his last request for clemency was denied on Monday. Williams is set to be unalived by lethal injection at 6 p.m. today, which is in CT time. So it's in about 15 minutes from now. His murder conviction for the 1998 stabbing of the newspaper reporter Felicia Gale. Gale, a journalist at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, was found brutally murdered inside of her gated community home in University City, Missouri on August 11th in 1998. People magazine previously reported investigators later determined that Gale had been stabbed at least 43 times, dying from 16 stab wounds to her neck, chest, and abdomen. Williams had long maintained his innocence in the killing. In late August, his lawyers appeared before a Missouri judge seeking to overturn his conviction and unalivement sentence at the evidentiary hearing. According to the Innocence Project, his final motion was denied after discovery that trial prosecutor had contaminated potentially exculpatory DNA evidence. The St. Louis County Prosecutor's Office, which convicted Williams, now supports his claims of innocence. In a 73-page joint brief filed over the weekend, the county prosecutors and defense lawyers agree there is no forensic evidence tying Williams to the 1998 stabbing of Felicia Gale. A jury of 11 white people and one black person convicted Williams in 2001 of first-degree murder, first-degree burglary, armed criminal action, and robbery. The Innocence Project claims the prosecutor had removed 6 qualified black prospective jurors from the pool using premonitory challenges. Explaining those challenges in court in August, the prosecutor at the time, Keith Lanner, testified, per the joint brief, that he struck one black juror because he thought the man resembled Williams, who is black, saying they looked like brothers, in part because they were black men who wore glasses and had piercing eyes. Republican Governor Mike Parson said in a recent statement after blocking the motion that no jury, no court, including at the trial, appellate, and Supreme Court levels, have ever found merit in Mr. Williams' innocence claims. Williams' attorney Tricia Rojo Punchel says in a statement shared on behalf of the Innocence Project, Missouri is poised to execute an innocent man, an outcome that calls into question the legitimacy of the entire criminal system. According to the Death Penalty Information Center, Williams will become the 9th person to be executed in the United States. So this is actually really tragedy. I don't know if you guys remember years ago, I watched the execution. I think her name, Jean. I believe the last name was Jean. I'm going to post her information inside of here as well. And this is very tough on the family as well. They have provided statements. They are a family who believes in Allah, and they are determined to believe that, you know, any way that he has, you know, you only get one thing to do that is destined for you here on earth, and that's just to be alive. You know, that's the only guarantee that we have. So in their faith, they're saying, if, you know, this is the way that he has to go, then this is the way that he has to go. Obviously, they're still praying to have the execution stopped, but we need to do whatever we can in these last few minutes. I've signed. I hope you guys have signed. Share this video, share this video, share this video so that we can get other people to sign as well. There's some live reporting happening on this right now. I wanted to share my screen so that we can look at a little bit of it together and just, you know, see how the story is progressing over the next 15 minutes. I will go over some more information that has come in with you guys. So the Supreme Court refused to block Missouri from executing Marcellus Williams just this afternoon. Literally, I want to say about 45 minutes ago. He has maintained his innocence from the very beginning. Again, there is no forensic information that is has tied him to this crime, and he is literally about he has a time clock in his name for his execution. Let me just give you guys some key facts to know about him. A crime scene uncovered with forensic evidence contained no link to Mr. Williams. The prosecution's case against Mr. Williams was based entirely on the unreliable testimony of two incentivized witnesses. Mr. Williams has repeatedly faced imminent execution as he has tried to prove his innocence. Although the family opposes Mr. Williams' execution, the Missouri's Attorney General has continued to fight to execute him. So even the family of the victim is saying, we do not want him executed. We do not want him executed because there is no reason for him to be executed if there's no evidence tying him to the crime. So the family is saying, hey, we don't want to have him executed. The Justice Department who brought the case against him is saying, hey, we don't want this to happen. We don't want him to be executed. And then even the Supreme Court, who has now turned their decision away, his own family has to now suffer and go through losing him. So these are now two families who are going to be suffering loss without nobody taking repercussion. Who takes the repercussion for this? Other things that you need to know is that incentivized informants are a leading cause of wrong convictions. So when you're incentivizing people and you say, hey, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to do that, or you can have this, or you can have that if you do this, or if you do that, then yes, people will do things sometimes in order to make their lives better, or gain whatever they need for themselves and things like that, and sometimes not understanding the repercussions of their actions. Another thing that you need to know is that racial bias contributed to Mr. Williams' wrongful conviction. There was not one black juror. They took them all off. That's not a fair jury. That's not a jury of your peers and your people if not one person looks like you. And the fact that one got taken away because he looks like you is crazy. Mr. Williams is devoutly religious and an accomplished poet. There's no way that this is right. I can't believe that we live in a world where something like this could be happening. I can't believe that I'm sitting here with no clock on my head, at least not one that I can see, and this man has an actual clock on his head counting down his life. I just don't know. I don't know. Let's take a look at some of your comments right quick, and then I'm going to try to fix up some stuff here so that we can look at some stuff together. Okay, that. Let's take a look at some of your comments right quick. They won't even listen to the family's piece. Right. The family, both families on both ends, both the victim and the accused, are trying to stop this. They took over 1 million signatures to the office, to the um, to the Supreme Court, and they still denied it. Yes, it's crazy that there's been very few of these that have happened in America, and it's unfortunate that a percentage of those that have happened are innocent. Definitely praying for his soul. Definitely praying for his family. His family is a God fearing family, so we can just do nothing but keep them in our prayers. Amen. Amen. This, the justice system. What kind of justice is this? This can't be what we call justice. Yes, there's going to be a lot of people that have to answer for this. With so many people, and this is why we have to, even though we only have literally 7 minutes left, if this doesn't go in the way that we need to go, we need to continue to push this story and continue to speak about him, because we can't have this happen. God forbid somebody we gets into trouble. We don't want them being unalived for no reason. They're not even accepting the new evidence, and none of the old evidence pointed him to it to begin with. None of all that evidence collected, not one piece of it was his. There's no evidence to tie this man to this crime. Some of us get our justice here, and some of us get our justice up there. And yeah, nothing is just about this. Nothing. I totally agree. Praying for his family, praying for both of the families, because it's, imagine having lost a family member and suffering their loss, then thinking that you found the person who has harmed them. So you get to now see your loss have some kind of justice. Then to find out, hey, that person is not tied to this anyway. There's really no connection or anything like that. Now your family is now responsible for taking another life. That is crazy. That's the kind of karma I don't want to be a part of. We have to keep fighting. Too many people who have lost everything, their lives, freedom, and family due to wrongful convictions. Exactly. And I don't want to see anybody I love being in this situation at all. Yeah. Let me check on some things right quick. I just want to see if I can get anything going here. Are you guys able to see and hear that? Well, let me turn off the music and stuff. Hold on a second.
Well, it's interesting here. The school announced that the individual who carved the N word in the students, the chest of the teammates, is no longer enrolled. Okay, was he sent home? Did he choose himself to pull out, or did they actually leave that? This is the statement right here. Quote: "We can report that the individual who scratched a slur onto another person is no longer enrolled at the college." Of course, that's what the school actually said. The president decried the racist incident in letter to the campus community. But again, you have this sort of back and forth. The family talked about the lack of due process. They've also reached out to NAACP organizations and the Pennsylvania Commission on Human Relations.
Just so you're aware what you're listening to, Roland Martin, they have been talking about this situation. I wanted to go back to him and see if he was still live and see if he's still talking about it. This is the same live that's still going on. They are talking about a few different topics, but as we wind down and this clock flips, I want to see if they get back to the topic with the time running down on this clock. So we're just going to listen here a little bit just to see what's going on here. And then I have a few more pieces of information that I want to give to you guys.
And quickly addressing it. And then, of course, you have to ask the question also, why wasn't the local police also involved in this assault that took place? And yes, it is a hate crime, so there's also the federal aspect to it. So it's going to be interesting to see now that the spotlight has been put on this, how they proceed. And bringing forward this young man and the others who evidently watched this happen.
Derek.
This is another clear example of injustice, especially when someone of color is the victim. I was Googling this story earlier, Roland, and some of them were saying that, well, maybe this was hazing. No, there's a difference between hazing and a hate crime. The law is very clear. Someone should be held accountable. Someone should be liable. Gettysburg specifically. And when you think about, and I had the same question as well, Roland, was the student expelled? See, because that's different than just simply leaving the college, right? And so
while we wait to see if they get back on topic, I just want to go over a little bit more news that came in. Okay, bear with me, guys. This stuff is literally coming in minute by minute by minute. Oh, hang on a second. Let's see. Hold on.
The lack of support that black vendors and black-owned media is getting from Democratic campaigns. There's a lot of concern about Vice President Kamala Harris, but we try to show you these other PACs who I've reached out to, and they've been real quiet about their black-owned media spend. Yep, we're going to show you, and we're going to name them. You're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network.
He told us who he was.
Should abortion be punished? There has to be some form of punishment.
Then he showed us.
For 54 years, they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it. And I'm proud to have done it.
Now Donald Trump wants to go further with plans to restrict
Sorry, guys, I'm coming.
the last-ditch efforts to save Marcellus Williams' life. A group against the death penalty plans to deliver more than 1 million signatures to the Missouri State Capitol in hopes of stopping the execution just hours from right now.
Our Mercedes Vacate joins us now live from University City with how his family is feeling about his death to come. Mercedes?
Rennie and Sydney, nearly 12 hours from now, Missouri death row inmate Marcellus Williams is set to die by lethal injection. This morning, we're live outside the University City Police Department, where the investigation into this case started over 25 years ago. Williams was sentenced to death for the 1998 murder of former St. Louis Post-Dispatch reporter Felicia Gale, who was repeatedly stabbed during a burglary in her University City home. 24 hours ago, the Missouri Supreme Court refused to stop the execution, following a last-minute hearing where Williams' attorneys went over errors in the case, from jury selection to the mishandling of the murder weapon. Today in St. Louis spoke to Williams' son ahead of his father's execution. Marcellus Williams Jr. told our Rennie Knott he was still hoping for a miracle, but his family has also made peace.
In this life, death is something that is going to come, you know? That's something that's for sure. You might not be rich, you might not get a dream car that you want, but you're going to die, and you got to make peace with that. So if this is the way that he going out, we already made peace. Allah is the best of all planners, so we're ready to face that when it comes.
Williams is set to be executed tonight at 6 in Bonne Terre. And Rennie, we know that you sat down with Marcellus Williams Jr. just last week and spoke with him about how emotional this day will be for him.
He was surprisingly very calm during our interview back on Friday and spoke about growing up and his dad being there for him before he went off to prison. But even at that time, they kept in touch with one another over the years. He will be there tonight for the execution. He says him and his dad are at peace with the results. Thank you, Mercedes.
Yeah, this is really sad. It's really sad. There's a lot happening here. There's a lot of families and feelings and all kinds of things involved. This was CT time. Give me a second, guys. I'm doing some checking here. Just give me a moment. This is updating as we speak, so bear with me as I get the updates. If you guys are getting any updates that you want to put in the chat, please put it in the chat. I'll put it up on the screen. Yeah, oh my goodness, hold on. Sorry guys, this is some really sad breaking news. So I'm not gonna rush this. We're just gonna take our time and get the information as it comes. Everything is still saying that they are proceeding with the execution. Nothing is being changed at this time. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't understand what can be done here other than to pray for the families. Yes. Let me go back through your comments really quickly. Hey, Kanisha, welcome. The last news that we heard, there were 2 appeals put in, and the Supreme Court had denied them. We have not gotten another update just yet. We have not gotten an update just yet. I will give you guys a little bit more information. Hang on. Let's see. I'm sorry, it's pretty quiet. Let me put on some kind of music here for you guys. Let's see. I'll just put something quietly back there. While we wait for some updates. Just gonna pray, guys. Just gonna pray. This is like the true definition of if Jesus could be a fence. Like, ugh. See. Again, just to go over the facts of the case, I'll go over it without my commentary in the middle of it, just so that you guys have a clear lineup of the facts. So, 1, a crime scene covered with forensic evidence contained no link to Mr. Williams. 2, the prosecution's case against Mr. Williams was based entirely on the unreliable testimony of 2 incentivized witnesses. 3, Mr. Williams has repeatedly faced imminent execution as he has tried to prove his innocence. 4, although the victims' families opposes Mr. Williams' execution, the Missouri Attorney General has continued to fight to execute him. 5, incentivized informants are a leading cause of wrongful convictions. 6, racial bias contributed to Mr. Williams' wrongful conviction. 7, Mr. Williams is devoutly religious and an accomplished poet. And number 8, you can help stop this unjust execution, or can you? I would say that that's the only thing that's not a fact at this moment, because I don't know that we're going to be able to stop this. I don't know that we're going to be able to stop this. I was trying to play this video. Hang on a second, guys. It's actually set for like now. They had a countdown up, but the countdown, I believe, is showing in my time for some odd reason. Hold on. It was set for 6 p.m. CT time, which has now passed. The countdown is still showing 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 34 seconds. However, the time that they gave us, it was 6 o'clock. So there's 2 different timelines here happening right now. Hope for the latter one and pray that something can happen in between there. So this is the time clock that they have showing on the Innocence Project. The Innocence Project is the corporation that is fighting to get him released. However, news reportings are saying that it is for 6 p.m. CT time. I don't know if that is being done intentionally to cause any kind of confusion or what, but could you imagine having this? This is crazy. Yeah, they said 6 at CT time. Hey, Mohammed, how are you? Thank you for being here. At this point, we haven't gotten any other updates other than the Supreme Court Justice has denied their request for a stay of the execution. And there have been 2 appeals put in so far. So the time has technically passed. The Innocence Project is also counting down a time as well. This is the time that the Innocence Project is counting down. However, the news reportings are reporting that it will be at 6 p.m. CT time. We are still getting live updates about this as it happens. So please bear with me. If you get a little bit of quietness, you got music in the background, I'm just reading and making sure that we're getting all of the information as it comes in. If you guys have anything you want to add to it, please, you're more than welcome to drop it in the comments or send me any links that you have to my Instagram and we can go over them live. I know that there are some celebrities that are starting to report on this as well. Finally, thank goodness. I've been screaming for like 5 hours and I'm really hoping that something changes here. I think they blind us with so many things that's just unnecessary for us to be listening to, and we miss stuff like this. We have all been paying attention to Diddy, and this is what's being missed. Let's see, did we get any more updates? I am checking. The only thing that I'm seeing is just a couple of new updates as far as like news reportings about the case and things like that. One thing I just read that was interesting is days before the execution, a key witness, Stephen Golden, told the South Carolina Supreme Court that he lied on the stand. I thought the real shooter or his associates might kill me if I named him to the police, Golden said in a court filing. So there's somebody else out there already saying that this is not him. Yes, this is crazy. Hang on, guys. Let me see something right quick. Okay. There's nothing new right now. I want you guys to please keep up with this story. I'm going to come back in a couple of hours after we get some more information. I'm going to have all my prayer warriors on deck. Please put some prayer hands in the chat for me. I need everybody to make sure you're sharing this. Make sure that I did a little short live earlier. You can share that as well. Let everyone know that I will be going live again this evening so that we can catch up on this story and see if anything has changed. I did see something. Hold on. Okay, we'll talk more about that when I come back live later. Again, that was an update more to his story rather than an update to what is happening in the news right now as far as this execution. And thank you guys for putting those prayer hands in the chat. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back. Please make sure you like and share. Subscribe if you have not subscribed already. Please do that. Share, 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 share. Thank you so much for being here with me. I will be back, guys. I'll be back. I'll be back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah.